A pleasure to meet all at last, and here we are. This is part 5 that I have for HJN Season 5. I almost wonder if I could add another 5 to this whole thing. Well, it's 2025. I don't know. I guess having 3 5s doesn't seem to be as easy as one would expect. In any case though, this is number 2667. I'm glad I was able to find my notebook while I did. And it's going to be focusing specifically on joy. As you probably know by now, joy is a good reference or even synonym to happiness. Because what it expresses, in the highest sense of understanding, is that anyone who experiences joy is ultimately getting anything or everything that they ever wanted or desired. What could it possibly be? Well, it depends on the person in particular, and it also depends on what factors are put into place. Like, for instance, all the goals happen to be met as either a New Year's resolution or just because that they put in their life. Or maybe it could be the combination of various things in life. Things that many people would seek out. Desire to fit in or desire to work with. It could be love. It could be satisfaction. It could be a big paycheck at work. It could be a nice year's supply of food for the family that you could have gotten from somewhere. Whatever the case may be, joy is something that almost everybody will be expected to experience. And if it's not immediate, sometimes it can happen overnight. There's also the good chance that, who knows, maybe the ongoing Quick Trip $250,000 raffle that's going on as a sponsorship and cooperative effort with Mountain Dew, the Quick Trip Climb as it's known as, who knows, with all the entries I put in and all the visits I made, I very well could get a $250,000 grand prize. I've got lots of plans with the large sums of money like that. But one thing's for certain though, everybody knows that even in the best ways possible, the best utopia you could potentially live in, there's always seeds planted. Seeds that could very well correlate to something bad, negative, anything at all really. But one thing's for certain though, joy is something that anyone can obtain. It doesn't have to be overnight. It could be in a week or a month or even an entire lifetime. Even just one thing in particular can help change you for the better. Your life will very much be different as you look back on one special moment that you might have shared. It could have been with somebody whom does not see you as fodder. It could be from something in particular that happened. You could have saved the life of an animal. You could have saved the lives of many personnel at a job site, at a school, or whatever. You could probably have the best life you could ever dream of. There's always a way to find happiness. Even if you're in the bottom of the barrel, there's always a way to climb out. Sometimes even wear the barrel as your new set of clothes. So that way you carry on the weight of a new life, and that barrel will shroud you until you learn to fight back against poverty. That's pretty much one way to explain it. And while I could go on the fence with many other ways to explain all this, well, I ultimately don't have all the time in the world. But I will at least point out this was a good subject worth talking about. And I already am feeling more than smart enough to go on to the next several subjects. Because after all, we're going to have a lot to cover in this whole season. I expect to have maybe several hundred more episodes put in this whole span of a season. It could probably be upwards of a whole year worth of time, depending on what goes on. Anyways though, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, follow me wherever you can find me, and stay on the Hollywood side for more.